Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming for the third day of our event. I believe that we had some good rest last night after a hectic day yesterday, but I believe it's also useful what we are doing. Today is our third day of this event, and the days are running very fast. I want to welcome our delegates from Sudan. They've made so much sacrifice to get here. Their initial flights were canceled because of conflict in their country, and they made effort to pay for themselves to come here. So can we applaud them? Please stand up and be recognized. You're welcome. For those who don't know me, like those who just arrived, my name is Chidebere Ibe. I'm a Capacity Development Officer in the African Development Institute of the African Development Bank. I'm going to be the anchor for today's sessions. Yesterday, being the second day of the event, we went in straight into the technical sessions, and we had 4 technical sessions yesterday. We had session 6, which was a presentation on the overview of the African debt landscape and the deficiencies in international debt architecture, which was elucidated by Dr. Keba Jammeh, a senior research economist with the Macroeconomic Policy Forecasting and Research Department of the African Development Bank. Those of us who were here yesterday will agree with me that he painted a very good picture of the debt landscape of the continent and the issues, the drivers of the debt, and also what is wrong with the present global debt architecture. We had very good engagement with that paper, which I believe will still continue. The second technical session presentation yesterday was taken by myself on the need for borrowing and using debt productively. That was followed from the first the presentation from Keba Jammeh on the debt landscape, where I was trying to demonstrate why we should not shy away from borrowing, because we need it to do more. And we have so much need in Africa that require financing. Our internal sources of financing would not be able to fund our development objectives. So we need borrowing. But there's a caveat. We must borrow responsibly. We must borrow responsibly for productive purposes, not for consumption. We had 3 other sessions after that. We had session 8, the role of strong institutional, legal, and regulatory framework and capacity for debt management, which was taken by Victor Ogier, a legal counsel with the African Legal Support Facility of the African Development Bank. That was a very rich and comprehensive presentation on the institutional and regulatory and legal framework that are needed for good debt management. I'm sure that we found that very useful, and I believe his paper is a reference material for us. After lunch, we had the presentation from Hajia Hannatu bint Musa, who is a faculty member of the Public Finance Management Academy and the Macroeconomic Policy Management Academy of the African Development Institute. She presented on instruments for effective debt management, including DSA, that is debt sustainability analysis, medium-term debt strategies, and annual borrowing plan. She demonstrated her practical knowledge of these issues, having been a director in the Debt Management Office of Nigeria. So we learned quite a bit of how these instruments can be developed and how they can be used for our debt management. Finally, we had the presentation on improving the debt transparency and through the use of e-tools such as CSDRMS, or the Meridian of the Commonwealth Secretariat, and the DEMFAS of the UNCTAD in African transition states. This was taken by no other than Mr. Adam Aikuta, a faculty member of the Public Finance Management Academy and Microeconomic Policy Management Academy of the African Development Bank. And Adam needs no introduction to most of you. He's a consultant who has gone around most of the African countries supporting the use of debt management systems across the continent. And he was part of the pioneer team that developed the CSDRMS at the Commonwealth Secretariat. So we had very rich presentations and knowledge sharing from experts yesterday. At the end of the day, we had group exercises on the topics of the day, and we broke into 4 groups. We have group 1 and 2 that did their own exercises here, and group 3 and 4 that did theirs over there towards the lobby of the hotel. And we finished up nicely in the evening and had our tea break and closed for yesterday. So we're expecting the output from the breakout sessions because we need them for our reporting. We need them to also understand the level of learning that has taken place and what the needs are, because the sessions we are supposed to also draw out what the capacity needs from different countries are. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So let me just run quickly through what we are going to do today. We'll start with session 12 today, which is going to be taken by Rabi Nawaz, who is an associate with the Global Sovereign Advisory firm in Paris. Rabi is going to present on sovereign loan and debt pricing instruments. He may be doing this in conjunction with Victor Ogier, Legal Counsel, African Legal Support Facility. After that, we are going to have session 13, also to be anchored by Rabi Nawaz. It will be on assessing debt sustainability prior to new debt incurrence. Why, the why and how. Thereafter, we'll have our tea break, and we go to session 14, which will be on loan documentation negotiation, very important. It's core to what we have come to do here. It will be taken by Victor Ogier, Legal Counsel with the LSF. And after lunch break, we will have the last presentation for the day, which will be session 15, on building resilience in loan instruments, to be taken again by Victor Ogier, a Legal Counsel with the LSF. Finally, we will have our group exercise, session 16, the third group exercise for this meeting, and it will be based on the topics that have been treated for the day. And with that, we'll close for today.